Michigan State University has hired its replacement for Mark D'Antonio to lead its football program. And I want to talk about that in this video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and the title of this video, what I think will be the final title of this video when I load it up, is Look Out Michigan Football. Cal U has hired its new head coach for its football team. Cal U, where does that name come from? That is one of the many nicknames that we as a Michigan fan base have given Michigan State, because they were initially, and they still are, an agricultural sciences institution for higher learning. I mean, they have a lot of other things there as well. They have a law school and they have all these other programs, but initially I think they were known as Michigan Agricultural and Mechanical University, something to that effect. So one of our nicknames for them was Cal U. In addition to of course, Mike Hart made Little Brother popular, and they have nicknames for us. And one of my favorite nicknames that they have for us is Scum. So if you go to any of the Detroit Free Press articles during football season, usually the Sparty fans come over to our articles and they troll us. And one of the nicknames they use for us, they'll write S, C, and then U of M. So Scum. So I think that's funny. I think the rivalry is funny, and it's a lot more fun now that we're winning. And I want to mention they have a talk show host or a radio host named Mike Valenti, who he has come hard for Jim. And I don't like listening to Mike Valenti rip Jim, and some of his commentary was very hard to listen to, I think, after the 2016 loss and then the 2017 season. And when I still really wanted to believe that Jim was the guy, Valenti really ripped Jim pretty hard. Anyway, in this video, we're going to give Jimmy and Dr. Defense and Shea Patterson, we're going to give them a bit of a rest, and we're going to talk just briefly about Michigan State's new head coach for their football team. So, I'm late getting to this, but I wanted to say a few words about it. So they hired a gentleman named Mel Tucker away from the University of Colorado. I personally did not know very much about Mel Tucker, but I did pull up an article from the Detroit Free Press written by Kirkland Crawford. I'm going to leave that in the description box below in case one of you all want to take a look at it. And it's a short article, but what stands out to me about Mel Tucker being hired is that he coached under St. Nick, which Shannon Sharp calls him Nick Saban. He coached under Nick Saban, and he also, I think the article also said that he coached a little bit under Jim Tressel. So this, and he's also coached in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars. All that's in the article, but I think, for my mind, the sum total of all of it is that this coach is not a pushover. And just looking at his picture, he looks kind of aggressive. He looks kind of like a no nonsense coach, which you would expect from someone who's coached under Nick Saban. And so he coached. So Mel Tucker's basically coming back home in a way, because he was on Nick Saban's coach. He was on Nick Saban's coaching staff when Nick Saban was the head coach at Michigan State. My first year as a graduate student at U of M was Nick Saban's last year coaching Sparty, and that was the year that Lloyd was splitting the quarterback position time early between Tom Brady and Drew Henson, and so the team had to go up to East Lansing, and it was a tough physical game, and the Spartans had Plaxico Burress. They had, I think the quarterback's name was Bill Burke at the quarterback position, and they had T.J. Duckett, who was a freshman. And that year, I think we had a good defense, but they were. He just kept throwing those jump balls. Bill Burke did to Plaxico Burress, and we had no way to stop it. T.J. Duckett got loose, and I think that if Lloyd had settled on Tom Brady as the full-time starter at that time, and if Tom had played the entire game, we might have, and we all, in all likelihood, would have escaped East Lansing that day with the win. In any case, Mel Tucker was on that staff. So I think, it's gonna, as with most head coaches, unless you're Urban Meyer following up Jim Tressel and Luke Fickell, it usually takes head coaches a moment to implement their culture and to get their players in. And it's not like Mark D'Antonio has left Mel Tucker a nice stacked roster the way Brady Hoke left Jim a stacked roster. And some of you would probably argue with that. But it's going to take a moment for Mel to, I think, to get in there and build up what he wants it to be. But Jimmy and Dr. Defense and Josh, they had better not play around. Right now, we're owning the series in the last couple of years, and we can make the argument that, or should I say, the argument can be made that our dominance of Sparty helped run D'Antonio out. But these things can be temporary. And again, based upon Mel Tucker's coaching pedigree, it looks like that he will know what to do once he comes in. And he looks like a no-nonsense type of coach. And, the tide can quickly turn if you're not careful, as it did with Jim Tressel and Lloyd Carr. So let me know what you think about this Mel Tucker hiring in the comments section below. And let me know what you think. Please play nice. Some Sparty fans might come over and comment as well if the algorithm pops up on their channels. So everyone play nice. Please like the video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Go Blue, and always remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.